If you're thinking about buying a GTI, you kind of always wonder, what is the car like long term? Kind of, I'd say the 10,000 mile mark is exactly where you kind of figure out your way around the car. You know it real well, you kind of know everything about it, and you really know if it suits your lifestyle and if it's a good fit for you. It's really hard to tell within the first couple hundred miles. You think you know, but after having quite a few cars and experiencing all of them, it really takes a little bit of time for you to feel it out. There's a ton of ways to go about attacking this video subject, but I really sat down, took a couple hours, and took some notes on anything that really came to my mind on, honestly, a short-term mile standpoint. The 10,000 mile mark, we'll kind of go over some things that are mainly just on my mind owning this car. It's extremely dirty from over a 1,000-mile road trip I just finished, so we'll get that taken care of here and cleaned up here shortly. CarmaSpeed.com, we have these GTI jet tags. We have a couple other options as well. We have some t-shirts, hats, but between now and July 30th, this Friday, we have our jet tag orders laid out that are going out today. Randall's got it all dialed in here in the CarmaSpeed room. We're actually gonna be putting money in some random orders, a lot of orders actually, in between now and Friday, July 30th. We've got a $20 bill going in there. We want to give back to you guys a little bit, couple dollar bills in there, just to show our appreciation for the support lately. So make sure you get your order in by Friday and you might receive some cash in your order. My girlfriend's been nagging me about putting stuff more of my personal life in the videos, just to keep things fun and to keep it less DIY so much. So I want to have some of that at the end of each video moving forward if I do have anything, because it's hard for me. I'll talk more about it at the end of this video. 10,000 mile mark, it's not a place where a lot of common issues arise. We won't dive into all those today because that's just a whole nother sector of things to talk about. But this overview, I feel like, will help give you some insight and maybe have you hear and listen to someone who's owned the car talk about some things that might be taken into consideration if you're gonna go spend a good amount of money on a car like this. If you're anything like me, you're searching every video you can find about the car before you buy it for entertainment reasons, and you just want to know. Before we go any farther, let's get this thing cleaned up really quick. I'm gonna put you onto something real quick. This little shorty gun from Amazon, instead of something huge like this, is so much better. I'll leave this linked in the description. I love this thing, and for simple reasons of putting water in my foam cannon, it's just this tiny little wand I can use to fill up this, and just easier overall to maneuver places. I just got this longer cable, but I'm not sure how I feel about it because the pressure washer can't keep enough pressure in the line for that to stay off, so it just pulsates now because the line is so long. Which is amazing because I don't have to drag it all around the car. This hose can make it all the way around the whole car. Just about. I'll leave a link in the description to a longer pressure washer hose if you decide you want to do this. To me, it's worth putting up with that noise. This is my first black car and I'm learning black things, so be aware of that. I don't regret it at all. It's taught me a lot and I enjoy how it looks when it's really clean, and before and after results are always super satisfying compared to other colors. There are some little scratches on the hood. It looks like from a rag. I'm not sure if they're from me or the previous owner. I just didn't notice it because the dealership had it waxed. The dealership actually resprayed the front bumper, so it looked brand new, no rock chips. I thought it was just taken care of, but I learned quickly that Dealerships will pull off a front bumper, respray it with paint, and make it look brand new so they can sell it for a higher price. That's something I learned with this car. Another thing I regret is not putting clear bra right here, because I don't know if you can see this scratch right here. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, whether you or someone doesn't notice that something's gonna drag and hit the bumper, and it happens. This is just black car life though, so you can't get your feelings hurt when you get a little scratch. You just gotta, what's that comment on, take a yacht seat through, my boy? Moving to the front end, obviously, oh man, we still need a lot of elbow grease because these bug splatters are no joke. But the front is gonna get peppered for sure. This is bound to happen. You could have clear bra up here. I don't. Every one of my cars is peppered in the front. I like to drive hard. I don't like to stress about it. You buy these things to drive them. Yeah, they're showpieces, but this is a daily driver and don't stress it too much. You can just repaint it like the dealership if you really wanted to get it back to perfect, but it's just gonna get thrashed, especially out here in Arizona on the freeway. It's unavoidable. So the front bumper's not in bad shape, but it is peppered a little bit. If you're looking to go golfing in your Golf, they do fit golf clubs. You do have to put a seat down, unfortunately, but it does fit. You could have multiple sets of golf clubs back here. This is how you do it. Some sedans, you can just set it in the trunk, which is nice, but this is how they fit in this car. The windshields on these cars, of all the cars I've had, all the hatches and everything else like that, there's some cars that are just rock magnets, the shape of the car, the windshield. This is one of those. I've had 3 huge rock chips right when I got this car on the freeway, not even trailing behind people super close, and then a 4th one, it just shattered the whole windshield. So I've had this car 3-4 months and I've already replaced the windshield once. So if you're thinking about glass coverage on a car like this, short term even, it'll be worth it. For some reason with my insurance, because I have multiple cars, the glass coverage is like a ton more expensive, so I don't really drive enough to like want to pay for it. And so when I bought this windshield, if you don't have coverage like me, it's about 380 bucks installed. It's 100 and something degrees here in Phoenix. If anyone's wondering, the AC is good enough, even in a black car, to survive the summer, I promise, in this thing. Once you get moving, AC's ice cold every time, as long as everything's in check. Something minor I was worried about when I got it. You never know. Some cars have better AC than others, and this is plenty good. The only thing with the interior that's kind of gone wrong, when other cars I don't really have problems, which this is fixable, but I usually put my phone right here, and when I slide it in and out, it eventually chipped this, and this is actually really sharp when it chips. I had my finger bleed one time when I sliced it on here. It didn't hurt that bad, but I was just in traffic. I was like dealing with my finger bleeding all over the place. I'm definitely gonna have to get a new trim piece before I get rid of this car, because it looks really bad. And it's because I just don't like any of the phone mounts with this car, like for daily driving reasons. I don't really like to have things sticking on my dash. I don't like to have something like, there's one that like slides in up in between the dash and this bezel right here. Not really a fan of that either, so I don't know what to do with my phone besides slide it in here. And with Apple CarPlay, I never really look at my phone that much. Just something minor that I found that kind of irritates me is just having that chipped trim piece. Little lunch run. The plaid hides a lot of dirt compared to a normal black leather seat or a black seat. I wasn't too sure if I liked the plaid in the beginning. My girlfriend hates it. I think it's chill. It's kind of grown on me actually, and I think it's definitely like a part of the GTI thing, I understand. So I don't dislike it. I don't love it. I really prefer cloth seats on all my daily drivers in this price category of all the hatches and everything. I think these are actually my favorite comfort-wise. Looks-wise, not my favorite, but comfort-wise, definitely. This car is filthy on the inside and outside because I drove it to San Diego and back. It's like 5 hours one way. Something with the interior on these cars is these steering wheels, whatever material it is, this like leather, it gets really glossy over time. And when you're looking around for used GTIs, a good way to know how much it was driven used, like you'll find steering wheels that are just a bright glossy black, and it looks disgusting. It's all full of oils from your hands and grease and fast food probably. But there's a way to bring it back to life for the most part. We have some interior cleaner right here. Go ahead and spray it on. Don't be scared to get your steering wheel wet. Get a little detail brush like this and just do what a detailer would and really rub this cleaner into your steering wheel all the way around, even getting the buttons and stuff like that. This cleaner will actually get rid of a lot of those grease and oils, and then wipe it dry with a rag. And you're really gonna bring these steering wheels back to life. I literally bought this car partly because the steering wheel looked brand new, and that was literally just because this was the only one I learned just because of a detailer actually cleaning it. And already the car, it has that like satin finish that just looks way more clean. I could spend way more time and really scrub it in and get it really soaking wet and rub it in, but I just wanted to touch on that really quick because I feel like it's a really bad deterrent for me looking into these cars. Like, I can't tell you how bad some of the steering wheels look, and it's not good. This car is an amazing daily driver, and with the Audi style rotors, the simple black paint, a little bit of carbon touches, this thing is amazing for day-to-day use. The 19-inch wheels, they're not that bad. You can daily drive them. It looks really good. You get a lot of compliments. I love it. And for a car that's around 20 grand or $300-400 a month with a little money down, you get a lot of bang for your buck with this car, and I really enjoy it. I'll be making a comparison video of the Focus ST, Mazda Speed 3, and the GTI. A lot of you guys want to know what my thoughts are after owning all three. I'm waiting for something to come in the mail to be able to share it with you guys for that video, so bear with me. Don't forget about the GTI jet tags on karmaspeed.com. I'm working to build, with your guys' help, the most resourceful website for car people. You want to get in your car, know where to go, what to buy, how to do it, and a couple other things I don't want to speak on until it's all said and done, so no one copies me. If you guys want to support that, karmaspeed.com is the best way to go. I appreciate you guys. The content barely pays for everything me and Randall are doing, so your guys' support on these jet tags and karmaspeed.com is going to help me make something that you guys will find super valuable. My girlfriend's been giving me a hard time saying that I need to post more in the videos about what I'm doing, not just DIY stuff. And I'd love to, but the DIY stuff just pays the bills. And some of you guys comment that stuff, but she's just like, she's hounding me. You just need to put a little bit in each video. I'm like, all right. I'm tired of hearing about it. You've been nagging me. I'm gonna start working on it. And I want you guys to hold me accountable for that. When I was telling her, so here I am talking about what's going on. So I was telling her, I was like, between holy crap, I'm out walking in the storm. And why I wanted to pop on, because I wanted to share something that helps me. With everything going crazy, being so busy, maybe you're just not busy at all and you're just stressed. It's just any sort of stress. I like to go on a walk, especially on nights with good weather like this, and turn on Spotify. 417 hertz. Like, if you just search like manifestation frequencies on Spotify, you'll find these playlists, right? And it's like, just like removes negative energy. It legit does. Like, it helps me think big picture. I'm thinking about everything me and Randall want to do. I'm thinking about everything I want to do later in life. It helps you think big. That's so important to operate at your highest potential. But anyways, what I was saying was, just to fill you guys in, if you're curious what I do outside of these DIY stuff, I'm going to stop here in the light. I have another project I'm working on right now that I can't really talk too much about. Some of you might have seen it on TikTok. I don't own the company. I'm working for the company. I've known them for like 2 years. I'm really excited about it. It's taking a lot of my time. And that, Karma Speed, then posting 3 videos a week, trying to make sure we can make enough money to continue. Like, literally, we're just getting by every month, like, to make this happen. To this day, it's literally insane. The ad revenue is almost doubled on the channel since Randall came on, because we're posting so much. And that's been allowed me to pay him almost enough to pay him as a full-time person. So he's almost in a position where he can stop doing any freelance mechanic stuff and just work here. So that's huge. The jet tags are going like crazy, and that means so much to us. You have no idea. Randall handles most of the Karma Speed stuff as far as like orders fulfilled, making sure things are in stock, doing inventory, packaging, all that. So shout out to Randall. He's been a huge help. He's like changed my life. So that's a little update. That's something personal on the videos. I'm a pretty high energy person, but I just feel like I think that tree just fell out. I'm a pretty high energy person, but when I make these DIY videos, I have to take them so seriously because I love high quality things and I want to be concise in that. I want them to be really helpful and people need them. I really want my channel to be to a point where you guys can just come journey life with me, but sadly that just doesn't pay the bills and it's not sustainable. I know it will be, that's the goal, that's what I'm working towards, but that's kind of why they lack personality lately, because I'm working on so many other big projects that when I do get time outside of the channel to do like normal people things, I'm literally just working at my desk, like doing nothing, or hanging out with my girlfriend and spending time with her on the weekends only, pretty much.